He can offer them a love that is supportive, dependable, and enduring. But the question is, why does the excitement of the bad boy seem to outweigh the stability of the good man, at least in the beginning? Part of the answer lies in society's portrayal of relationships. From movies, books, and songs, we're often taught to believe that love is supposed to be a dramatic, roller coaster-like experience. The image of the bad boy and the good girl, the rebel and the obedient, is a narrative that has been romanticized for generations. And for many women, this narrative shapes their perception of what a romantic relationship is supposed to be. They may believe that love must be turbulent, filled with passion, and full of ups and downs in order to be real or worthwhile. However, this narrative doesn't always reflect the reality of healthy, lasting relationships. True love, the kind that endures, is built on trust, respect, and emotional connection, not on drama or instability. The problem with the bad boy dynamic is that it often thrives on drama and emotional turmoil, which might feel exciting in the moment, but ultimately leaves little room for growth and stability. Women who are caught in this cycle may end up feeling drained, emotionally exhausted, and unfulfilled, but may still find themselves going back for more. It's essential to understand the role vulnerability plays in relationships. Vulnerability is one of the cornerstones of deep, meaningful connections. It's when we open ourselves up, exposing our innermost fears, desires, and imperfections. For many, being vulnerable in a relationship feels like a risk, and it's often the case that women, especially those who have been hurt in the past, are reluctant to expose themselves emotionally. This reluctance can sometimes lead them to avoid relationships with good men, even when those men are genuinely kind, caring, and loving. When a woman chooses a bad boy over a good man, she may be, on a subconscious level, protecting herself from the vulnerability that comes with truly opening up to someone. The bad boy, with his unpredictable nature, may keep her on edge, and in turn she may feel like she's not required to be emotionally transparent with him. In many ways, this creates a layer of emotional safety, a barrier that prevents her from fully allowing someone to get too close. The chaotic, unpredictable nature of the bad boy may be familiar, but it's also emotionally distant. And while this emotional distance might seem like a protection, it's often a form of self-preservation. The good man, in contrast, offers emotional safety and stability, which in theory should be a relief. But for some women, it can feel overwhelming. The idea of a secure, healthy relationship brings up fears of emotional exposure. It's easier to maintain an emotional distance with someone who isn't as available or willing to offer the same level of commitment. It's not that the woman doesn't want love, of course. She does, but real love requires true emotional openness, and that's a vulnerable place to be. In many ways, vulnerability is equated with weakness, and for some women, being emotionally vulnerable means opening themselves up to the possibility of being hurt again. This fear of vulnerability is often deeply rooted in past experiences, especially those of emotional trauma or heartbreak. If a woman has been hurt by a previous partner, especially by someone who she trusted, the idea of being vulnerable with a good man might feel like a risk she's not ready to take. The bad boy, with his walls up and his own emotional distance, may seem less threatening. He doesn't demand emotional openness in the same way that a good man does. He might even avoid discussing deeper emotions, which ironically makes it easier for her to hide her own vulnerability. But let's take a moment to reflect on something that's important to remember. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is, in fact, a sign of strength. The ability to open up to someone, to trust them with your heart and soul, is not something that everyone is capable of doing. It requires courage, self-assurance, and a willingness to take risks. When a woman finally allows herself to be vulnerable with a good man, it can lead to the most profound emotional connections. The love that is built on a foundation of trust and emotional intimacy is often the most fulfilling. But in the beginning, the idea of being emotionally exposed can feel like an insurmountable barrier. What makes the bad boy so appealing in this scenario is that he offers an escape from the need for vulnerability. There's something alluring about the idea of keeping things casual, not letting anyone get too close. The emotional distance that the bad boy creates allows the woman to maintain her independence and avoid the risks associated with opening up to someone. But let's face it, living with emotional walls and constantly pushing people away can be exhausting. It might seem like a protection at first, but over time it leads to loneliness and unfulfilled desires. The good man, though, offers something completely different. He offers a love that is secure, trustworthy, and deeply connected. But this requires emotional vulnerability on both sides. When a woman finally allows herself to break down those emotional walls, she realizes that true love isn't about avoiding vulnerability, it's about sharing the rawest parts of yourself with someone who truly cares. And while the good man may seem like a risk in the beginning, he's actually the one who will provide her with the emotional safety and trust that she's always needed. The challenge is that for some women, it's a slow journey. Opening up emotionally takes time and patience. A good man will give her that space, but he can't force her to trust him. It's something that she has to work through herself. For some women, the bad boy's emotional distance feels safer because it allows them to maintain control. The good man, however, wants to get close, and that closeness requires vulnerability. There's also another important dynamic to consider. The emotional highs that come with the bad boy often make it difficult for a woman to see the value of the stable, loving relationship that the good man offers. When the emotional rush of the bad boy takes center stage, it's hard to imagine giving up that rush for something that feels slower, calmer, and more predictable. But the reality is that while the bad boy's thrill may be temporary, the stability and connection that the good man offers can be much more fulfilling in the long run. This is the paradox that many women face. They want love, they want security, but they also crave excitement. The challenge is finding balance. The good man offers that balance, but it requires taking a leap of faith, something that many women, out of fear of being hurt again, are reluctant to do. And this is where the emotional tug-of-war begins. It's time to shift our focus towards the long-term perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the short-term thrill of the bad boy, the excitement, the adventure, and the unpredictability. But true love, the kind that lasts, isn't about those fleeting moments of passion or the adrenaline rush that comes with emotional highs. True love is built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. And the good man, with all his qualities, offers something far more enduring than the transient emotions the bad boy provides. When a woman finds herself in a relationship with a bad boy, she might experience intense emotional moments, both highs and lows. In the beginning, it might feel like the most exciting journey of her life, but over time these relationships tend to lose their shine. The excitement fades, and what remains is often a feeling of emptiness, confusion, and even pain. The emotional roller coaster that once felt exhilarating now becomes exhausting. The relationship is filled with uncertainty, and the future seems unclear. In contrast, the good man offers a relationship that is grounded in mutual respect and emotional security. He might not stir up the same dramatic emotions as the bad boy, but he provides something far more valuable: consistency. A good man is there when he says he will be. He is supportive, caring, and always honest. He doesn't play games or create unnecessary drama. Instead, he's focused on building a future with someone, a future based on love, trust, and understanding. It's not flashy, but it's real. The problem is that in the short term, this kind of stability doesn't seem as exciting. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of passion that comes with the bad boy, but as time passes, women often begin to realize that the good man offers something deeper, something that lasts. The truth is, relationships with bad boys often come with a sense of instability and unpredictability. They can be emotionally draining, and over time they often leave women feeling unfulfilled. They might offer moments of excitement, but they fail to provide the emotional support and stability that women need to feel truly secure and loved. The good man, on the other hand, offers steady support and genuine love. He might not create the same emotional highs, but he provides a foundation that makes it possible for love to grow and thrive. So why do women ignore good men? Part of it is simply that the good man doesn't trigger the same intense emotional reactions that the bad boy does. The bad boy brings drama, chaos, and emotional highs, all of which feel exciting in the short term. But as women grow older, as they begin to understand themselves and their needs more clearly, they realize that the good man is the one who provides what they truly want: love, stability, and a future. This shift in perspective isn't always immediate. It takes time. Women may find themselves in relationships with bad boys, going through emotional turmoil, before they realize the value of the good man. It's only after experiencing the chaos of a relationship with a bad boy that they come to appreciate the peace and security that the good man offers. But there's something incredibly beautiful about the realization that comes with maturity. Love isn't about the rush of excitement, it's about deep connection, trust, and shared experiences, and the good man offers the opportunity for that kind of love. He's there for the long haul. He's the one who listens when you need to talk. He's the one who helps you through difficult times. He's the one who makes you feel seen, heard, and loved in a way that no fleeting excitement ever could. And when a woman allows herself to open up to that kind of love, when she realizes that true happiness doesn't come from the chaos of emotional highs, but from the quiet, steady support of a good man, she experiences a shift that leads to true fulfillment and lasting happiness. The journey from choosing the bad boy to realizing the value of the good man is not always easy. It requires self-reflection, growth, and an understanding of what truly matters in a relationship. Women who have been hurt in the past may find it difficult to trust again. They may feel like they are too emotionally wounded to let anyone in, but when they do, when they allow themselves to be open, to trust, and to embrace vulnerability, they find a love that is deeper and more enduring than anything they could have imagined. The good man doesn't just bring stability, he brings a sense of peace, a sense of belonging, and a sense of home. He's the one who loves you for who you truly are, not for the idea of what he can make you into. He's the one who makes you feel valued, cherished, and respected. And in the end, that's what love is truly about. It's not about the highs and lows, the excitement or the drama. It's about finding someone who is willing to stand by you through it all, someone who makes you feel safe and loved. When a woman finally realizes this truth, she comes to understand that the good man is not just someone to settle for, he is someone to build a future with. He's the one who will be there when everything else fades away, and that in the end, is the kind of love that